Hey everybody, welcome back to Building Aeslung Episode 9, Part 2. Now I know you remember in the last video that I sat there and I, built everything in the time lapse, but I had done the interiors, but it would have made the video too long. So this is the video showing you the interiors and the walkthrough of what we built in the last video. So stay tuned, let's get on with that intro and on to the video. Alright, welcome back to the actual walkthrough. Now I know this is episode 9, part 2 for Aeslung Residential District area, the first little bit that we built. And you can see here we have the stairs leading up, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you this scenic route and we're going to go all the way around. So as you can see here, what this is just simply, the walkway. So when you dock and, when your ship makes port and everything, you would take a lot of your belongings, storage, things like that, wherever you need to go, but this is the main way into the city. And I really like the way it came out. I tried to clutter it up. Here we can see like a little stand, a small weapon stand, things like that. But I wanted it to be full of, wood, full of tables, sitting areas, dining areas, outside stores and fronts and things like that. And I think it just came out really well. I'm very proud of trying to just make this work because, I don't really plan most of this. A lot of it just kind of goes on a whim, and I just start going at it. But you can see here we have another cart and a stall here, and it looks really cool. We have light posts everywhere to really give it a nice, beautiful, scenic view at night. A small little storage area here. You can see lots of vases, lots of pots, pans, crates, barrels, things like that. I tried to clutter it up as much as possible while still making it fairly easy to navigate. Here we once again have another food stall. But anyways, so I'm really proud of this, and I really wanted it to be something special. When you walk around Aeslung, each area is distinct in its own way and its theme, but at the same time, it keeps the overarching theme for the city, right? But it's almost like biome specific. The residential area will have certain decorations that other areas will not, so that's kind of what I was going for. So as you can see, that's the main city, and we're going to go through this little walkway here and get into the actual residential side itself. And as you can see, there's lots of games, there's lots of tables, there's lots of everything for the citizens and, tourists and things like that to be able to enjoy themselves. I wanted this to feel very, very busy, like it would be crammed. Like once I get the NPC mod, filled out here, there will be probably 50, 60, if not more NPCs walking around this area by itself, just in the residential area and docking area. Of course, I can't do too much because it will overload most systems, including mine, so I do have to keep that, in the back of the brain. But once again, we have a few more stalls here, selling fish, selling, fruits and vegetables, selling meats, things like that. But here we're going to get into the actual housing itself. Now you can see the stairs there to the left, and we have more carts full of treasure and things like that, and just general goods and whatnot. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the first house here. So you can see that it's got a little bit of green planks. I wanted it to stand out with a little bit of white plaster and cobblestone on the outside. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in the door here and take a right, and here's the kitchen. So all the kitchens I really tried to make unique with these 5 houses. Yeah, 5 houses, because it was limited space, and I really wanted it to come across very well. But you can see we have a very nice fireplace, very simple. Tried to use the bucket to hide a little bit of that light there, but didn't work, but we'll take it. And of course we have the stairs going up, but we're going to go up there in just a minute. So you can see here we have the dining area, and it's very spacious, it's very comfortable, it's nothing fancy. But the thing is about the residential area is that it's going to be wealthier the higher it goes up, similar to how the layers are for Aeslung of the city. The lower levels are where the poorer people are, where the people who don't have as much wealth, and the higher you go up, the wealthier your status is, pretty much, until you get to the very top and where the palace is going to eventually be. But you can see here we have the second story here, and then up top we have another loft. I really like this loft idea, so I'm going to incorporate it whenever I can and whenever it, I see fit. But I really like the way it came out here. I think it looks really cool. Having some of that, storage on the other side of the stairs came across really well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And what we're going to do here is you can see we have 4 more houses to go through. And what we're going to do now is I want to show you this little bit here. So this will be an entrance to the Thieves Guild area in the sewers. The sewers are still a work in progress. I've done a very little of them, but it takes a lot of time to dig through all the mountain and everything to get those sewers done. So anyways, this is the second house, and you can see these people are a little bit more affluent than the original home. They have a very nice fireplace, kind of a condensed kitchen, but that's okay. I think it looks really cool. Plenty of storage area, plenty of spaces to cook and whatnot. We have a nice single dining room table right up against the wall there. We have a little bit of barrel and coal for the fire there. A nice little bookcase. Like I said, these houses aren't ridiculous, but I really wanted to put some nice detail in there, make them feel alive. I'm still working on interiors. Y'all know that. Y'all seen all my videos, and I always complain about interiors, but I'm really practicing more and more to get the hang of them and to get better. But here we have the bedroom, of course, and this is going to be the only bedroom for this home. But you can see we have a very nice dresser area, a chest, some beautifully lit candles, and some beds. So then we're going to pop on out and go to the next one across the walkway there to the diagonal home, which that one was actually kind of a challenge, building the interior on it. It was definitely something that I'm not always used to, but diagonal buildings are a challenge, and they are really, really fun. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop on over there, and we are going to check that out. So you can see here, you come in and you have a small little almost like reception area, right? Have a little bookcase and all that good stuff, and it just looks really, really cool in my opinion. I love the way it comes out. And then we're going to traverse this diagonal hallway, and instead of taking the stairs straight up to the bedrooms and kitchen area, which the kitchen on this one is up top, we're going to have a small little bedroom here, and this is pretty much right under where the kitchen is, which I thought was kind of cool. And having the idea for the the kitchen area on the second story was something I thought of after I cleared out the whole first story, but then when I actually did it, I really liked it, and I was like, that's actually kind of nifty. So instead of having a big old chimney, they just have a furnace, which would make sense being on the second story. And here we go. Here, boom, there's the kitchen, and a small little dining area in the nook there, just to make things comfortable, a little compact. But I like the way it came out. It's very homely, very simple, and I like simple. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the bedroom here. So this only has 2 beds, a chest, a little checkerboard, that kind of stuff. Just some games to kind of pass the time. But you can see here, there's a little window right there on the corner so you could see out around the dressers. But I really like the way all of this came out in the rooms. The diagonal home was a real challenge, but I just practiced with it for about a day, or not even a day, just a few hours, and I was able to make it work. And now, so what we're going to do is we're going to check out the third house. So 3, 4, and 5 left to go. And I hope you're still, really enjoying it and everything. But here we are. We're going to take a nice, the 4th and 5th house. I'm losing track. But anyways, I love the interior of this home. I decided to do a pink stucco to really make it kind of pop. And I think it came out really well. We have bookcase. We have some nice little, draperies and stuff like that right there. Going in from that foyer area, of course, we're going to have a laundry room, which you will see right here. And I just love how compact. It's almost, I forgot the kind, they call it a certain kitchen here in the US, but it's pretty much like a bar kitchen. Like you have cabinets on each side, and that's it. And so that's how I kind of tried to design a lot of the rooms in this building. So for the storage and the laundry room, you just walk straight in. There's not much to it. You're cramped, but everything fits nicely and comfortably. And if you do need something, just, you may have to suck in your stomach to get through some stuff, but that's okay. I do that all the time. But what we're going to do is up here in the second story is where all the bedrooms and everything are. So here we have this bedroom, which I really like how I kind of shaped it. I tried to make it not just square and rectangular, but I tried to give it a little bit of shape and a little bit of a form and a body to it. And I think it came out really well. You can see here a beautiful dresser, a nice mirror, plenty of bookcases, things like that. This is a very affluent family. I mean, this is they're not the wealthiest of the wealthy, but they're doing pretty okay. They don't hurt for anything. And here we're going to have 2 more bedrooms right across from each other. You can see here, this would definitely be a child's room, the other one being the master bedroom, the first one we looked at. But this would be, probably for like a teenager. And then we're going to go across the way here, and this would be for actual children. So you can see I actually have a little ladder on the bunk bed. So, if they wanted to get up on the second bunk, they could climb up and go to sleep. And, of course, the bookcase, or not the bookcase, but the dresser and everything. So with this house, I thought it was really cool. So we're going to actually go up these stairs, and it's going to have a little balcony right out here. Boom. And you can see everything. And you can see my wonderful wool outlines for the rest of the buildings. So anyways, that's the majority of it. Let's get on with the last final home for this video. And I told you the walkthrough was very long. It's because I built a lot, so I wanted to show you everything. But once again, as soon as you come in, you have a foyer, reception area. And then you're going to go through here and you're going to see the dining area, living room, and then we're going to go into the kitchen right here. So this kitchen, yes, it is rectangular, but I think it came out really, really cool. So once again, no chimney or furnace, but no fireplace, but we do have a furnace and lots of decoration, lots of storage space, and we have meat on the table waiting to be cut up and cooked. We have all of this stuff, and I just really like the way it came out. To me, it reminds me of like a small country home, at least in that regard. And then, of course, once again, we have the sitting area. We have some bookcases. We have just a little bit here and there that just adds to the feel of this build. And then we're going to go up here on the second story, and we see the hallway. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn a hard left and go look at this bedroom. So once again, this is just a simple bedroom, nothing crazy, but I wanted to pack it out with a little bit of detail, but of course not too much. I'm really trying to change the way I do interiors and really try to make them as lively and realistic as possible. So if you have any tips or tricks, let me know in the comments below so I can start practicing and working on that. But here we go, we're gonna have the second bedroom. So this is for the kids. Or just, teenagers, I guess, really. I mean, I'm an adult and I would sleep in a bunk bed. So we're going to go out of that room here. This is the laundry area. You can see here, that's where, you would wash and clean the clothes and stuff like that. And then we're going to go up onto the third and final story. Now, this is going to be the storage area, the attic, whatever you want to call it, but I mean, it's obviously just the last bit. I call it the attic. This is where, somebody would sit there and do paperwork, if they wanted to be left alone, or where we have certain foods and everything. Around this area, though it's by the ocean, it's not an extremely moist climate. So, it's not like you have to prepare your foods and stuff like that in the real world by an ocean. It's very dense with moisture. You constantly have winds and stuff like that. There is that to a degree in Aeslung, but it's nowhere near as bad as it would be in real life. Now, that's just me putting a little bit of lore in there. But let's do the fly around, and you can see here, this is what we built. I mean, it's a lot. And that's why it kind of took me a minute, and that's why I wanted to put this into 2 videos, just for the plain fact is that this was a good bit of work, and I didn't want one video to be 25 minutes long. I wanted it to, you to be able to enjoy each one. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked that walkthrough. Sorry for talking so much, but if I didn't talk, that would be kind of boring because you wouldn't get to know everything going on. So anyways, this is the Legendary Porpoise signing off on Aeslung Episode 9 Part 2. I hope you have a great day and happy gaming.